Yo, what's going on, my friends? I'm glad you all clicked that link and pulled up. What's going on, Hangover Gang? The devil is a Democrat, man. Tom MacDonald dropping some heat today. Before we get into that, though, yo, we usually do the giveaways on these Tommy Mac reactions, but I am still waiting for the winner of this Flowers for the Dead mixtape CD to get a hold of me. It's been a couple weeks. Grandma Hog 7091. If you are watching, this is yours, but I need you to get a hold of me on Instagram or by email. Go back and watch the winner's video if you need instructions. But if I don't hear from you in about another week, two at the most, I'm just going to put this one back in the mix and we'll get back going on the giveaways. All right, everybody? Now, enough housekeeping out of the way. Let's go ahead and bring this thing up here full screen. I like this little vibe already. Just from the thumbnail, it reminds me of the Hell of It video, which I like. I kind of miss that Tom MacDonald. You feel me? Whew. All right, you guys, man, he ain't pulling punches with the song title here. The devil is a Democrat indeed. You think this will be political? Yeah, let's go. Real quick, though, first time hanging out with me, I'm going to be stopping, pausing, talking about this music, the beats, the bars, the whole bit. If that bothers you, you want to check out Tommy's song all the way through, right down there in the description is a link. It's going to bounce you over to the homie's channel. Like, subscribe, comment while you're there. My guy just cracked 5 million subs, you guys. I stumbled upon Tom when he had 727,000. My guy's got 5 milli, blowing up as he should be. But if you're not subscribed to him, click that link. Subscribe while you're there. Hit that back button. And then hit me up in the comments. Get a conversation going down there about this here song. And let's see what Tom's got to say about the Democratic Party and the devil being a member. Let's go, you guys.
The propaganda is on every channel. They think we stupid like the truth is just too hard to handle. Put on your camo, it's a culture war and load the ammo. They want Antifa ruling everything like it's Seattle.
All right, like usual, Tom just going right in. My headphones were turned way up if you're wondering what that look was when the beat dropped on there. I'm really liking the that ominous piano in the background. I like the visuals, the all white with the red filter on the flag right there is pretty sick. He just started popping right in, though. I want to go back and hear that again when my ears aren't getting blown out.
The propaganda is on every channel. They think we stupid like the truth is just too hard to handle. Put on your camo, it's a culture war and load the ammo.
I like to put on your camo, it's a culture war and load the ammo. That was a cool little rhyme right there. I like that. I really like this beat. Even just a few seconds in, it's bringing me, it's making me reminiscent of a couple different hip hop artists, which we'll see if this carries on before I name them.
They want Antifa ruling everything like it's Seattle, and they want anyone who's fighting to be dead and canceled.
That's interesting. It looked like, does he have the black eyes in there? Let's go back and see. Man, I got this thing popping everywhere, you guys. What is going on with my video?
It's too hard to handle. Put on your camo, it's a culture war and load the ammo. They want Antifa ruling everything like it's Seattle, and they want anyone who's fighting to be dead and canceled. They want rainbows in the classrooms and 15 different bathrooms and white guys that hate black dudes.
They want white guys who hate black dudes. That's what started all this, really. I mean, for me personally, I knew we were headed down a shitty-ass road when Donald Trump went down that escalator, and then Hillary Clinton started trying to say that Donald Trump was a racist, and then Gary Johnson, the libertarian candidate that year in 2016, started parroting the same shit out of his mouth. That, oh yeah, Trump's a fucking racist. And that one just really got me because I've been following Donald Trump's career like my whole life. Like, I'm a hip hop head. I grew up like surrounded by black people in rap music. You feel me? And like Donald Trump was always a big part of that. Like, he's been on my radar for years. And you can say what you want to about the guy. Like, he has all kinds of flaws like we all do. But racist was never one that I'd ever heard associated with the fucking guy. And I was like, man, if they keep pumping this, we're headed down a path where there's going to be too much fucking division. And I got really mad at Gary Johnson for going along with that. I expected the bullshit out of Hillary, but Gary Johnson pissed me the fuck off with that. And, now here we are, all these years later, 8, 9 years later, whatever. Yeah, they want white dudes hating black dudes and black dudes hating white dudes, and it's enough, enough.
They want war, they don't want peace. They want fentanyl in our streets. They want borders to be weak. I swear the devil lives in California. He a politician. He passing bills that bring chaos and division. Yeah, the devil lives in California. Should be in prison. He got horns, but he tries to keep them hidden. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we don't play that. They say that. They love America. We know it ain't that. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we ain't with it. We ain't switching. Y'all are tripping. I guess God just built us different.
All right, yeah, this give me reminiscent vibes from the Hell of It video, which I like quite a bit. And this beat, this music, to me, it feels really like some Bone Thugs and Harmony out of the late 90s. It even feels maybe like some Brother Lynch Hung, some Season of the Sickness, like Rest in Piss kind of vibes in there. Like that music just brings those vibes up for me. It's very ominous, very dirty with this beat right here. I like it a whole lot. It's like an evil beat, you could say. And it's very interesting. The devil is a Democrat. Now, I don't think he's being literal. Like I don't think he's saying like Gavin Newsom is a Democrat. I think he's saying he lives in California because that's like become one of the major zones for far leftism, which is unfortunately a Democrat thing. Like Democrats didn't used to be crazy. When I was a kid, they weren't crazy like this. And it's not even Democrats. It's far leftists, but they are under that Democrat umbrella. And there's not enough rank and file Democrats that are like normies that are speaking out against this. So it makes it sound like they all are like that. But I have hope that not everybody is, man. Still, call me naive. Rose-colored glasses, maybe. I don't know.
They get celebrities to do they talking. They get mansions while they cram us all into apartments. Tell us it's cool to stay in school and then make you retarded.
Wait, what was that about apartments? They live in mansions and what?
Others different. They get celebrities to do they talking. They get mansions while they cram us all into apartments. Tell us.
Oh, they get mansions while they cram us all into apartments. I liked his nice rhyme there. He bent talking in apartments, really, with the A rhyme right there. Let's hear that one more time.
They get mansions while they cram us all into apartments.
Let me go back a little further.
God just built us different. They get celebrities to do they talking. They get mansions while they cram us all into apartments.
Talking apartments. He emphasized that A just enough to make a rhyme right there. That was nice. That was nice. From a rap perspective, this is real nice, man. I like his tone. It's a little bit different in a lot of parts. Just feels like a little bit, maybe a little deeper in some parts. And I really like the way he's flowing and rapping here. This, to me, is very much like old Tom, like cloned rappers Tom, Hell of It Tom.
Tell us it's cool to stay in school and then make you retarded. If you ain't liberal, then they treat you like you human garbage. If you speak up, then you a target. They want their...
Speaking of naive, man, my words are not coming to me, you guys. Speaking of being naive, I think it was They Can't Cancel All of Us. So a few songs ago, it was right after the election, and I was just feeling positive, and I was thinking, like, man, cancel culture's kind of over, like I think we kind of passed it. I think they don't want to fucking feel that way no more. Man, was I ever wrong? I almost made a video about how wrong I was with that statement, but I definitely was unfortunately wrong. Cancel culture is not over. Cancel culture has gotten worse. I thought after this election that the Democratic Party as a whole, I really thought they were going to fucking take a look at the extremities that they had gone to, been like, yo, this is a little crazy. Like, you can't take children who can't get their ears pierced and let them make life-altering changes to their body that they don't even understand what they're doing yet, and all the other things. You can't flood the border. You can't do all this other bullshit. Nah, they're just doubling down on all that shit now. I got this crazy socialist running for New York mayor. It's crazy, man. It's wild. I mentioned earlier, like, Democrats used to be fairly sane. Like, when I was a kid, my fucking grandparents were Democrats. They were like JFK Democrats, and they voted for Reagan. They were like those blue Democrats that voted Reagan. What happened to those people, man? Now those exact same people, that exact same person with those exact same beliefs is now called like a far-right extremist.
Garbage. If you speak up, then you a target. They want their voice through an amplifier. Violence and our flag on fire. No voter ID required.
Nah.
They want war, they don't want peace. They want defund the police. They want you surrounded by screens. The devil lives in California. He a politician. He passing
tight,
bills
man.
that bring chaos and division. Yeah, the devil lives in California. Should be in prison. He got.
I like this beat, the way it's coming in right here, and then that coming right on top of it sounds really dope, man. Tom does all his own beats, if you don't know. So this music, Tom put it together, and it sounds fucking super dope, my guy. Super dope.
You surrounded by screens. The devil lives in California. He a politician.
That bell right there.
Bills that bring chaos and division. Yeah, the devil lives in California. Should be in prison. He got horns, but he tries to keep them hidden. Cause the devil is a Democrat. And we don't play that. They say that. They love America. We know it ain't that. The devil is a Democrat. And we ain't with it. We ain't switching. Y'all are tripping. I guess God just built us different, dog. The devil is a Democrat. That's a fact, that's the truth. Look how bad that it gets when it's blue. The devil is.
That's a fact, that's the truth. Look how bad that it gets when it's blue. This is an interesting thing we have now is we have history that we can look at. We can go look at 30, 40, 50 years of Democrat policies in effect in certain cities, and then we can look at those cities and be like, what has been happening with these policies in effect now? We don't have to build models and fucking wonder what happens. We've got it from Baltimore to DC to fucking LA to fucking New York and everything in between. When you go to the blue cities, it's kind of a fucking shithole. Like, what happened to San Francisco? I used to want to go to San Francisco so bad. I've never been there. I've been to Cali a few times. Never been to San Fran. Man, I wanted to go. You heard about the streets being all hilly and the trams and the trolleys or whatever. Now, I'm not going, man. I've seen the videos. I'm Gucci. I do not need to be going out there. Like, it's crazy. All these major stores leaving areas because of the theft and of the crime. Got fucking Trump got to take over D.C. because they can't punish youth teenagers who are rioting in the streets. People getting beat down, Cincinnati going crazy. Like, what is going on, man? What is happening to all of these places? And then you look at the red areas. They're not perfect. They are not perfect. But as a whole, they do seem to be better. It seems to be undeniable. What do you think?
He's a Democrat. That's a rap. It ain't news. And the way they treat America is proof. I swear the devil lives in California, $100 bills. He knows everyone in Hollywood and parties in the hills.
Yeah.
Give you everything you ever wanted, plus a couple mil for your soul, and your vote is a deal. Cause the devil is a Democrat, and we don't play that. They say that they love America, we know it ain't that.
I like the that's in there. The A rhymes he's got going on in this bit of the chorus right there. It sounds really good. It's a little repetitive, but that's not a negative for it. It's a positive.
Democrat, and we don't play that. They say that they love America, we know it ain't that. The devil is a Democrat, and we ain't with it, we ain't switching. Y'all are tripping. I guess God just built us different, dog. The devil is a Democrat, and we don't play that. They say that they love America, we know it ain't that. The devil is a Democrat, and we ain't with it, we ain't switching. Y'all are tripping. I guess God just built us different, dog. The devil is a Democrat.
Yeah. Kicking back in here. Is it the end? This about.
The propaganda is on every channel.
Starting it over right there. That was dope, man. That beat was something special on there. That was one of Tom's sicker beats that I've heard him do. And it sounded a little bit, I mean, I mentioned some artists earlier that it just reminded me of. I'm not saying it sounded just like Brother Lynch or just like Bone, but it sounded like a beat that those guys could use. It also had that this kind of trap feel to it. I really dug the beat. And I really liked the way he chose to rhyme over it. And once again, Tom bringing the facts with the lyrics. I mean, at some point, I feel if you are a Democrat, unless you're very young and new to the party, if you are someone who's close to my age, maybe your parents or your grandparents were Democrats, maybe they were the JFK voting, Reagan voting, blue collar Democratic Party that used to have some fucking sense. That how can you all be looking at what's going on today in that party and be like, yeah, what's up? This is me. I mean, it's wild. It's wild to me. And it's wild to me, and I'll end on this, you guys. It's wild to me how the parties, Republican and Democrat, they've switched. They flip flopped from when I was young. When I was young, the party of censorship was the Republican Party. When I was young, the party of the warmongers was the Republican Party. Just as quick examples. And now in 2025, the party of censorship is the Democrats. The party of war is the Democrats. And another thing, and I'll make this the last comparison. When I was young, it used to be the Republicans who were uptight, like they had a stick shoved way far up their butts. And it was the Democrats that knew how to party and have a good time. And boy, that's like completely done a 180 as well. It's the fucking 180 on that. It's fucking crazy, you guys. Absolutely. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of. Grandma Hog, if you're watching, get a hold of me about this CD, all right? And then on the next Tom MacDonald release, we'll get back on these giveaways. You heard? Thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I appreciate it. I love watching these music videos with you. If you want to support the channel, please hit that thumbs up button. Click the subscribe button if you're not there. And lastly, grab one of these t-shirts right here if you're down. I'll see you in the next video, everybody. All right? Peace.